Javas Bigambo joins us also from Nairobi. Javas is a lawyer, a governance analyst, and a political communications strategist. Javas, thanks so much indeed for taking the time to talk to us. What would you think that possibly the Election Commission means when 4 out of 7 members of that commission are using this word opaque? Could that be the counting process, the voting process itself? What might it mean?
Well, it came out quite interesting when 4 of the commissioners said that they found the last phase of the tallying process a bit opaque. I find it curious because they were part and have been part of that tallying process from the beginning. In fact, evidently, they have been announcing the results from various constituencies interchangeably. So it was very curious for them to make such a proclamation at a separate venue far from the National Tallying Center. Nonetheless, when we look at it from the purview or through the purview of the law, the IEBC Act provides that decisions by the Commission should be arrived at in concurrence or by way of majority. But when you examine the import of the Constitution of Kenya, it provides that upon tallying and verification of results, it is incumbent upon the chair of the Commission to make a declaration of the winner. So the constitutional responsibility is placed upon the chair of the Commission. Beyond that, another very interesting aspect is that earlier this year, the Supreme Court of Kenya, in a decision about the attempt to amend the Constitution through the Building Bridges initiative, the team that was being led by Raila Odinga and incumbent President Uhuru Kenyatta made an argument that quorum of arriving or making a decision by the Commission should be 3 and not 5. And the Supreme Court upheld that. And so it's going to be a bit interesting if at all the side that has not won this election, led by former Prime Minister Raila Odinga, goes to court to prosecute these results and find a way of impeaching it, and what kind of evidence they'll adduce. Because so far, on record, there is no side, and even the chief agent of Raila Odinga has impeached any single Form 34A, that is the primary form that is filled at the polling station and then conveyed to the National Tallying Center.
Right, okay.
So it will be very interesting to see what kind of argument and debate ensues in the 7 days that follow.
Yeah, especially as this is a man who was running for president for the 5th time. So imagine how desperate he must be, given what those 4 members of the Electoral Commission have said about his defeat. What about the chances of violence here? I mean, you kind of wonder whether the Election Commission may have been pressured into announcing the result because they had to, by law, announce the winner by Wednesday, correct? So whether there was that kind of pressure on the Election Commission, but then becomes the question of possible violence, given what's happened in the past in Kenya.
Well, first, there was a buildup of anxiety on the declaration of results, much as legally the election body has got 7 days to make such declaration. But that pressure was not so immense this time round compared to 2013 and 2017, because the stroke of wit here in this election was that the IEBC made accessible the portal upon which, or in which all the forms containing the results from the primary polling stations contained. So any person, individual, media, or institution could access all those forms, the 46,229 forms. And so it lessened the intensity of pressure upon the IEBC. But the buildup of anxiety is what now led to whatever kind of pressure the IEBC was facing in the last 24 hours. But beyond that, upon declaration of these results, we've seen that there have been some eruption of violence in pockets of support bases by Raila Odinga, while other places there have been celebrations for William Ruto's win or declaration as the president-elect. Mm-hmm. Now, moving forward, today and the next 2 days are going to be very interesting days to watch, to see whether whatever happened yesterday evening upon declaration was just sporadic and a let out of the pent-up emotions and because of the expectations of an Odinga win, or whether now there's going to be an aspect of organization by various political leaders from those areas.
Javas, thank you so much indeed for the analysis. Javas Bigambo speaking to us from Nairobi. Take care.
Thank you so much.